Before the grief, I encountered the moorland as a place to explore, to walk for pleasure, as well as for the views. I was happy and curious. I connected with the space as being good for me, and whilst aware of the risk of bog and rock, I was not overawed by them. The place was therapeutic. I saw it no other way. The grief from not being able to have children built up over time and it overwhelmed me. I held inside of me upset and anger. I felt sad and alone with my grief, our losses. The grief affected how I felt about myself, my purpose, my place amongst friends. It also affected how I perceived the moorland. Presence developed. It became a space that haunted me. I didn't go to connect but escape. I wasn't in a relationship with the space. It became untherapeutic through how I disowned my emotions and displaced them as properties of the landscape. The moorland hasn't changed over the time I've known it. The risks of bog or rock of getting lost remain the same. It is my gaze that has shifted due to my difficult emotions and my existential questions of purpose, of meaning, of being. To me, my grief saturated the land. As part of attending to my grief, I returned and reflected on my memories and how I encountered the moorland in the moment. I noticed how my relationship with the place shifted as I related to my different emotions. Throughout, I felt both in connection and a sense of peace while I was walking, as well as moments of fear around bog and isolation. Both myself and the moorland have developed in complexity through my experiences, with the therapeutic value of my encounters and the impact on my well-being dependent on my ownership of my emotions. As such, how much I'm willing to let the landscape in to support my processing of my grief, my healing, depends on the story I am telling myself.